morning. I happened to catch Chuck Todd, Meet the Press. He was on it yesterday. Just talking about the pandemic and what could be done, what could have prevented it, how to prevent it in the future. He talks about how 9/11 commission after 9/11, that was something that we could do. Let's talk about it. He's looking for a quick slam bam answer to the pandemic. Can't do that. The Trumpian era is kind of in and of itself a perfect storm. I mean, it just is. It's kind of a perfect storm in and of itself. It's unique. And I'm not sure it'd be that simple to just, well, if we done this, no. Yes, Trump burned 3 months when he should have been doing something about the pandemic. But when Trump says that he was scared about freaking out the economy, I think he was right. I think he was telling the truth. I don't think he was lying. I think that, Republicans sometimes, they tell you what they think. They tell you how they operate. They tell you what they're going to do. Trump was worried about freaking out his economy. So he didn't tell anybody. The fact that you have so many people who laugh in the face of doctors, who laugh in the face of science, who laugh in the face of experts. This kind of stuff, it shows a real problem. I was talking to a friend of mine yesterday about how one thing that's got to change, we got to do education. I was looking at the RNA stuff, and I was looking at just how advanced, the technology is now. And I'm thinking about, from North Carolina, I'm thinking about the rednecks, and I'm like, dude, if I was a redneck, I'd be like, yo, this shit's magic. And as we go into the future and stuff becomes more advanced, people are going to say that this is magic, because they're ignorant. I'm not saying you have to make people geneticists, or you have to give them an honorary degree in infectious disease in middle school. But I think there needs to be a discussion about new technologies, and I'm not sure how. There needs to be a discussion about climate change and how it will affect people's lives. There needs to be a discussion. I think, for a lot of people, with the Trump era, Trump gave them the right to not give a fuck. That's how I see Trump. Yeah, Trump was about passing the buck, man. That's what I look at Trump as. What Trump represented is this, man. I am going to make it to where boomers can continue living a life they've been leading, and we don't have to acknowledge these other problems that people face. That's it. It's not even like Republicans in the past where they're like, climate change isn't real because it's not even that. With Trump, it's like you can't prove it. Here, this doctor 20 years ago lied about something. They said this before, now they're saying that. You can't trust them. With the pandemic, what did he say? He test that. He told them to slow down the testing. Then says the testing is probably higher than it should be. This is a problem. And these are all issues. It's all missing. It's all kicking the can down the road because we can't. It can't happen again. This pandemic for me was a huge wake up call about how ignorant and stupid much of the general public really is. But also, I spoke before about how they want to just maintain their way of life and not acknowledge the real problems we face. I think Trump really put us back, man. I think when it's all said and done with, that's the biggest thing about Trump is we wasted time. We did. We wasted time. You had a know-nothing, dumbass administration in all for 4 years. I mean, he's rolled back a lot of stuff, but this isn't even just that, because people can roll back, you can bring it back. It's that we've got to get it into society's mind what will take place over the next few decades. People have to understand that this way of life, this system we have, it is not sustainable. And it's not a Democrat saying it. It's not a Republican saying it. People have to understand these things, and there needs to be significant discussions. Like we had with race after George Floyd. That's great. We need to have discussions about climate change. We need to have discussions about what the world's going to look like and what we should do to mitigate that. You know. I mean, I do see, to be honest, much of what Trump is doing, I would actually categorize as anti-science, if that's possible. You know, I think that, and that's always existed, but I think that it's dangerous, man. It's dangerous. It's dangerous to play this game and play America off against itself and to just tell blatant lies. And then mix in there, they want to get your religion. They hate your God. So now we are the enemy instead of we're people who just simply believe in science and we want the world. You know what I mean? It's amazing to me the way conservatives think about stuff. And like this, the right hates God and the left hates God. And then the rest of the world's like, you know what I mean? It's just like, it's just like, it just shows you how far behind America really is. You know, I'm not kidding, I'm joking, it does. And I think that Trump took advantage of that. He took advantage of that at the right time, with the right people. I've said it before, that the good thing is everything Trump has done has been a little incompetent. So much of what he's done has been incompetent that it's not going to get anywhere long term. You know, it's just, what are you making liberals cry again? Like you said, that's not policy. That's revangism. You're just getting revenge. And what does that do? That then hardens the left. So I just, it's got to stop. It's got to stop. We've got to go back. But then I don't think we can go back. That's the thing about Joe Biden is like, this is another era. This is another era. I don't think you can't go back. Thanks for listening.